Hey YouTube, Israel here. This is just to give you something to look at while I introduce this video, which is going to be my must-have knives, my all-star must-have knives, not for collectors. This is not for collectors. This is for everybody, meaning even if you've never collected any knives at all, these are knives that are going to be useful to you around your yard, your kitchen, your garage, just around the house, and in outdoor situations. These are going to be work knives / outdoor utility survival type knives. Lightweight, not for processing wood, but for all other tasks besides that. Okay, and these here, you know, everybody needs a Swiss Army knife and a multi-tool, okay, but I don't consider these knives. I consider these more in the tool category. Okay, so let's get to the knife. First knife, the classic, made in America, Buck 110. It has a 420 stainless steel blade, partial hollow grind clip point. This is the newer version, which has a lightweight handle. The older version, it weighed between 7 and 8 ounces. This weighs 4.1 ounces. It is a lock back, a back lock to be specific. All right, and these are worn on the belt in a case. This is a non-tactical knife, a two-handed opener, and it's time tested over many decades. I know many people who have their buck knives handed down to them from their dad or even their grandfather. And I know many people who have sharpened and resharpened their knife dozens and dozens of times. It takes an edge very easily, and it can get razor sharp. They go for about $35, and I think everyone needs at least one buck knife. This is the 110, about a 4-inch blade. The smaller version is the 112. All right, so the American classic, the buck knife. All right, next knife from Scandinavia, the Mora knife. A Mora knife is a traditional lightweight outdoor utility knife in Scandinavia, which is, you know, Sweden, Finland, Norway. These are very inexpensive. This happens to be called the Mora Scout. And Mora knives have a Scandinavian grind. Okay, basically the edge and the grind, there's no edge bevel. The edge and the grind are one thing, and they are incredible slicing tools. This goes for about $10, the Mora Scout. Now, Mora is the name of a specific company, but sometimes people say Mora as just a general term for all Scandinavian type Scandi grind lightweight utility knives. Most of them have carbon steel blades. This one happens to have a stainless steel blade. If you're going to do a lot of food preparation, you might choose the stainless version. Okay, a little more rust resistant. And you know, this is a category of knives, Scandinavian light utility outdoor knives. And here's another. This is not made by Mora, it's made by Martini, but I would put it in the same general category because it has a Scandinavian grind, traditional design, and you can see how wickedly sharp that Scandi grind is. Basically, that entire shiny part is like a gigantic edge, and look at the bevel. This is the Martini 571, and it's available for about $15 on Amazon. So, from Scandinavia, the Mora type knives. Everyone, with the low cost and high value of these knives, everyone needs at least one of these for any kind of outdoor utility tasks. All right. Now, speaking of pocket knives, here's a knife that's kind of the ultimate pocket knife. As far as just the blade, okay? This is like a pocket knife reduced down to its most simple and, you know, no frills form. Okay, this is the cat K55K, made by Mercator, Solingen, Germany. Younger guys might not know about these, but the older guys will remember this is a classic knife that goes back to well before, it goes back more than 100 years, this design. In Germany, they became popular in America after World War II when returning GIs brought them home, and they're still made to this day. This goes for about $20, and it's super slim. It is a lockback design. All right, the button's there. A two-handed opener, and it has a carbon steel blade, and it's just the ultimate handy, non-tactical type of EDC knife. Look how slim. It's all metal construction. The handle is metal. Very solid, full flat ground, drop point. And it's just the ultimate handy knife when you don't want to pull out a tactical looking knife. You can carry this as your second knife. And it's as I said, it's time tested, over 100-year-old German design. For $20, everybody needs one of these. All right. Next knife. Well, we have America, we have the Scandinavian countries, we have Germany. All right. Opinel. This is kind of like the French version of the buck knife. These knives are renowned as just light utility folding knives. The way it works, it has this collar right here, a locking collar. Okay, you line it up. It's a two-handed opener. All right, and then you just twist that collar so it cannot close. Okay, and here you see the full flat ground blade. Clip point. Hold on, and get those fingerprints. All right, and this is Opinel number 12. They come in different numbers for the length of the blade. All right, and if you're wondering what's the biggest one you can get, it's number 12. This is a 4.5-inch full flat ground blade, very sharp. Great for utility. These are incredibly lightweight. For this size, it's incredibly lightweight because the handle, it's basically a wooden handle, but it's very lightweight. It's basically like bamboo, okay, as far as the weight. I'm not sure what wood it is, but the lightness, it's like bamboo. And an Opinel knife has only 4 parts to the whole knife. Okay, there's the handle, there's the pivot, there's the locking collar, and there's the blade itself. So incredibly simple, and you won't even feel this in your pocket, even though it's a 4.5-inch blade. This is one of the few blades of this size that I would actually carry loose in a cargo pants pocket, you know, the knee pocket, and it won't bother you. Okay, it's not gonna be an anchor in there. Great for food prep and everything else. In use for many decades. Okay, in Europe. Nice belly. And these come in a variety of sizes. Okay, there's, you know, a smaller one here, even smaller one. You know, this happens to be sold by Coghlan's in the U.S., but it is French made, French design. All right, and they even have, it's a fillet knife. All right, see, it's you know, a fillet knife, and it is flexible as a fillet knife should be. These are a little thicker, okay? This is not flexible, okay? This is as solid as, well, more solid than your average pocket knife blade. And this is, but you can get the this for the fishermen out there. Nice clip point. These go for between $10 and $20, depending, but very cheap, very high value. So these are all high value knives. What's next? Well, you know, something that's so obvious, but I don't want to leave it out. A utility knife, you know, carpentry, razor knife, whatever you want to call it. This happens to be the Gerber EAB. All right, but a knife like this will save the edges on your folding knives, okay? Because you can just you can flip the razor and then you can replace the razor very easily. Everyone needs one of these, okay? I would recommend two. This is the type you carry around with you. Very small, very compact. And for use, inside the home, you want something that's bigger, more comfortable, more easy to grip for prolonged use if you have some work to do. Okay, so something like this. All right, so you want, two utility knives. Let's see, where can I put this here? All right, well, I'll just hold it there. All right, so, a utility knife, a buck knife, a Mora knife, the German K55 knife, German pocket knife, an Opinel knife. If you had, these 5 types of knife, these can handle so much small utility work, survival work. The only thing they can't do is process wood, all right? But that's for much bigger knives, okay? But I think everyone needs one of these knives. And now let me show some hunting knives for a second. Another category, little bonus here. Okay, I've cleared some space. The number 6 category of knives would be hunting knives. Now I'm not, you might not all be hunting, so this might not necessarily be like a must-have, but for a lot of people it will be. And here's a very good hunting knife, the Gerber Metolius. This is the D2 version, okay, and there's a folding version as well. These two, here, let me show you the folder. Now these two knives right here make an excellent pair of hunting knives. You carry the fixed blade when you have room to do so, and if you're pressed for space on your person, you can carry the folding version. A huge belly, partial hollow grind, but a very full hollow grind. This will definitely do some slicing. All right, so hunting knives, the 6th category of knife, and one more folding kind of hunting knife, a modern classic, Ka-Bar Dozier knife. This is, Bob Dozier is a very famous knife designer. All right, and this is the large size of Ka-Bar Dozier blade, and there's a whole line of these. I would say it's a modern classic. This is the drop point, spear point combo edge version. All right, and it's basically a folding hunting knife. Could be used for skinning, and I don't remember how much this costs. I think it's around 40, okay, but a lot of use. You'll get a lot of use out of it. So, small hunting knives, both fixed and folding. Another, almost a must-have, definitely a must-have if you have wildlife and you're hunting or expect to be, maybe in a survival situation. Okay, YouTube, a group photo of all the must-have, the all-stars. The all-star lightweight, high-value, utility work and survival knives from around the world, time-tested, battle-proven. All right, everybody needs at least one of each of these type of knives. You won't be sorry. These are going to give you, for a very low price, they're going to give you hundreds of dollars of practical utility use over the decades. Okay, so check out all these. This has been Israel. Peace out.